Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, The Learning Path. This is Dr. B. Meena, Head Department of Commerce and Vice Principal, Shift 1 from Petition College of Arts and Science, Adaya, Chennai. In this video, I'm going to explain how to prepare a cost sheet under the model tender or quotation. In the previous video, I started explaining how to prepare the cost sheet format, and I started explaining in the next video how to prepare a simple cost sheet where we have the overheads for factory, office, as well as selling and distribution overheads that comes under cost sheet, that simple cost sheet. In this video, I'm going to teach you how a company can prepare a tender or quotation. Before knowing the preparation, how to do the procedure, let me check what is tender, what is quotation, the meaning. Look at the slide. The manufacturers of consumer durables and capital goods asked to quote the price at which they can supply their output. The price at which the items of output are offered for sale is known as tender or quotation price. The tender has to be prepared very carefully since it may be accepted and goods have to be supplied in future at the quoted price only. Later on, you cannot change the quotation. Okay, so you can have an practical examples when you are reading the newspapers. Usually the tender are invited by the Southern Railway department. That is, many private people or the constructors, they coming forward to quote their tender price. So how that tender price will be calculated by the companies. In this video, you will come to know how to prepare the tender. Before going into preparation of tender, certain things we need to understand regarding how to, that is tender means we are going to estimate the quotation price, right? That is selling price. So before we are going to estimate the selling price, what are the things to be considered before we are going to estimate the quotation? The first thing is the elements of course you know very well. The elements are material, labor, and overheads. When you're talking about the first element, direct material, as well as the direct labor costs are all generally estimated on the basis of cost per unit of a preceding period, subject to the fluctuations in the market price of materials and labor rates. This is all about the direct material and direct labor, which are all usually given in the problem when we are going to prepare the cost sheet for tender or quotation. Next, we will move on to the discussion how the overheads will be calculated, either the factory or the office or the selling and distribution. So regarding the overheads, it will be estimated on the basis of the past experience as a percentage. So when you are calculating the overheads, either office or the factory or the selling and distribution overheads, we need to rely on the past information where we had an experience to prepare the cost sheet. What could be the factory expenses, what could be the office, what could be the selling and distribution. So based on the past experience, we will project the future by calculating the percentages. So there are some formulas relating to how to calculate the overhead. Say for example, our first calculation after preparing the cost sheet for the given information in the problem. Next, we move on to the working notes. That first working notes will be percentage of factory overheads to direct wages. So factory overheads divided by direct wages into 100. So make use of this formula to calculate the first working notes as percentage of factory overheads. So our first working note is to calculate the percentage of factory overheads. So make use of this formula, and this formula can be applicable on the past information. That is, we have information to prepare for the cost sheet. So make use of those information to substitute in this formula to calculate the percentages. So our first working notes is to calculate the percentage of factory overheads to direct wages. Factory overheads to direct wages means the numerator will be the factory overheads and the denominator will be the direct wages. So have this kind of sense to have a reminder about the formula into Always a percentage we are going to calculate is multiplied by 100. So percentage of factory overheads, two direct wages means after the two direct wages will come in the denominator, factory overheads will be in the numerator into 100. That is our first working notes. Soon after preparing the cost sheet with the given information. Based on the cost sheet information, we can calculate the percentages. Next calculation is to calculate the percentage of office overheads to work cost. So work cost will be in the denominator, office overheads will be in the numerator into 100. That is the second working notes. The third working notes is percentage of selling and distribution overheads to work cost. So how to calculate the percentage of selling and distribution overheads to work cost? The formula is selling and distribution divided by work cost into 100. Why there is another formula to calculate the third one, but you by uniformity we will calculate this percentage of selling and distribution overheads by making use of this formula. The other formula is selling and distribution overhead divided by cost of production. So we will calculate the percentage of factory overheads or the office overheads or the selling and distribution overheads by making use of the past information where we'll prepare the cost sheet by the given information, the problem. Once we calculate the percentages, okay, this slide I will explain. This is the calculation to calculate the profit for a tender or quotation. See, once I calculate what could be the total cost, if I'm going to accept this work, that is tender means what could be my expected profit after estimating my total cost. So the profit for the tender or quotation will be calculated based on the information in the problem. In case the profit percentage is given on cost means calculate the total cost, that is cost of sales. I already mentioned in the previous video, cost of sales is otherwise called it as total cost. So calculate the total cost in the tender into percentage of profit. When you will make use of this formula to calculate the profit, when the percentage is given on cost. So please make a note how to calculate the profit when the percentage of profit is given on cost. In case the problem has the information, percentage is given on the sales, 25 percentage on sales is given. Like for example, the problem has information 25 percentage on sales. If it is given means what could be the formula? Total cost or is cost of sales into, say for example, rate of profit is 25 percentage into 25 percentage divided by 100 minus 25. So this formula we can use to calculate the profit provided the profit percentage is given on the sales. So I try have an clear understanding how to calculate the profit for the tender or quotation means look at the problem whether the percentage is given on sales or else percentage is given on cost. So based on that information only, whether to make use of the first formula to calculate the profit or the second formula to calculate the profit. So we will look into one problem to have an understanding how to prepare the cost sheet under the tender or quotation model. Okay, in the previous video, I taught you how to prepare the simple cost sheet. This is a second model, how to prepare a cost sheet with tender or quotation. Now look at the problem. The accounts of ABC Company Limited show the following: material used, direct labor, works overhead, establishment overheads. So these were the information available. So we can make use of this information to prepare the cost sheet. So under tender or quotation model cost sheet, our first job is to work out the cost sheet with the given information. So now look at the next slide. I prepared a cost sheet for the given information. Look at the arrow mark, that is pointer. Material used is 7 lakhs. I put it here. Plus direct labor 5 lakh 40,000. Then I add the direct labor to get the prime cost. Okay. Then works overheads I added over here to get the work cost. Then finally establishment overheads is the one of the office overheads. Finally add the office overheads to get the cost of production. So this was the information available. By using this information, we need to prepare a cost sheet. Why? What is the need? Why we need to prepare the cost sheet means only this information will be the base for calculating the percentages, not to calculate or prepare the tender price. I repeat, for the given information. Look at the pointer. It will use direct labor, works overhead, establishment overheads. I can make use of this information to prepare the cost sheet. That is the first work to be done whenever you are preparing a cost sheet under tender or quotation model. So prepare the cost sheet with the information given. Make use of this cost sheet to prepare the percentages under working notes. So finally, I can say the first step of preparing the cost sheet and tender or quotation model, prepare the cost sheet with the given information. Okay. And then use this cost sheet information to calculate the working notes. What is our first working note means? Percentage of factory hours. Calculating the percentage of factory hours to direct wages. So formula will be factory overage divided by direct wages into 100. So factory overheads, what factory overheads you need to take? Just now only we can complete the cost sheet. From that cost sheet only, you can make use of the data to calculate the percentage. So factory overheads is 1,62,000 divided by direct wages were given as 5,40,000 into 100, you will get 30 percentage. So we are making use of the data, past data, to find out the percentage of factory overheads in order to prepare a quotation. Okay, so the first step is to prepare the cost sheet with the given information and using this information of the cost sheet to calculate the percentages. In this working notes, the first working note is what is that? Percentage of factory overheads to direct wages. So make use of this formula and use this data to calculate the percentages. Next working note is to calculate the percentage of office overheads to work cost. So what will be the formula? Office overheads will be in the numerator, the work cost will be in the denominator. So as per the cost sheet, what is my office overheads? 1,12,600 divided by work cost is 14,02,000. So I made a use of this cost sheet information to find out my percentage of factory overheads. Out of this, first is over factory overheads percentage is over. Next, I'm calculating office overheads, and then that is 8 percentage. Then, as per this problem, there is no selling and distribution overheads. So I can calculate only the percentage of overheads only for factory and office overheads because selling and distribution overheads as per this problem was nil. Okay. So 8 percentage I calculated. So once I calculated the percentage of office overheads, I can proceed into preparing the tender or quotation. So again, I need to look into the problem. How to prepare the tender or quotation means look at the paragraph. How you can identify by reading the problem. This is the cost sheet under the model of quotation means look at the wordings. What price should the company quote to manufacture a machine? Quote to manufacture means it's a cost sheet with the tender or quotation model. Quote to manufacture a machine which will require an expenditure of 1,000 in materials, 800 in wages. So this para we can make use to prepare the tender or quotation. Usually when you are preparing a tender or quotation in under cost sheet chapter means you will have the information about the materials as well as wages. So again I'm repeating, whenever you are preparing a tender price, you may have the information, the problem, materials as well as wages for a quotation or the tender. So we need to take this 1,000 as materials and wages as 100 to prepare the tender. Now look into the quotation price for a machine. Why I am put the heading means quotation for a machine. Look at the para once again. So materials was given 1,800 as a wages. So that, look at the question. So that it will yield a profit of 20% on selling price. So we need to consider this point only to finalize which formula to be substituted here to find out the profit as the things I said in the beginning. Okay, 20% on, what is the next wording? You must be very, very careful. So 20% on sale only is given. So on sale means how to prepare the profit. That is the point. And look at the question, make necessary assumption regarding percentages. So we are going to prepare a quotation to manufacture a single machine. That is the question. We are going to prepare a tender or quotation for manufacturing a single machine. That's why the title was like that, quotation for machine. Materials used was given in the paragraph 1000 plus wages is given in the paragraph is 800. So usually the problem may have materials and wages for preparing the tender or quotation. Make use of that two information to know the prime cost for the quotation. Okay. So I calculate the prime cost by using this two information. Next, I have to proceed to calculate the work cost is how much, cost of production is how much. So how to calculate the work cost? So plus works overhead. What is the percentage I calculated? Works overhead, factory overheads, all are same. Okay. So what is the percentage I calculated? The factory overheads percentage, 30%. So I will take this 30% in my calculation. 30% of factory overheads. Always, whenever you are preparing, please make a note. Always, whenever you are preparing the quotation, the factory overheads percentage. Again, I'm repeating, whenever you are preparing the quotation, the factory overheads percentage to be applied on the quotation wages. Please make a note. Always, whenever you are calculating quotation works overhead, quotation factory overheads, you need to apply the percentage of factory overheads on direct wages or direct labor of the quotation, not on any amount. So 30% on direct labor. What is that? 800. So 240. Okay. Then I'll get the work costs. Then office overheads percentage I calculated as 8%. So I can take that 8% on work cost, quotation work cost. What is the work cost for the quotation? On that only I need to apply. So the moral of the story is to calculate the percentage of overage, 30% or 8%, I need to rely on the cost sheet which was prepared by me as a data or the past information that was the base for calculating the percentage. Once I calculate the percentage, that percentage will be applicable on the quotation information, not on anything, the previous information. So 30% I applied here on the quotation wages. So always the factory overheads percentage, please make a note. Always the factory overheads percentage will be applicable on the quotation wages. Again, I repeat, factory overheads percentage will be applicable on the quotation wages or labor. And office overheads percentage is applicable only on the work cost of the quotation. Even the selling and distribution overheads, which is not given the problem, if it is coming means selling and distribution overheads percentage will be applicable only on quotation work cost. Percentages will be calculated based on the past information. That is what we prepared in the cost sheet in the beginning. But once you calculate the percentages, that percentage will be applicable on the quotation information. Say, for example, factory overheads percentage on the wages quotation. Office overheads percentage or the selling overheads percentage will be applicable on the quotation work cost. Please make a note. So office overheads only available. So I can get the amount 2203 as the, what is that? Total cost or as cost of sales we can say. Once I calculate total cost, next my work is to calculate the profit. What is the profit for the quotation that I'm going to accept from the supplier? Okay. How to calculate the profit? There are two ways I'm going to explain based on the formula or one more thing. Based on the formula means the profit, I apply the formula. What is the cost of sales? That is total cost into rate of profit on sales divided by 100 minus rate percentage on sales. Why I applied this second formula? That is, I told in the class, that is beginning, we can apply either this formula when percentage on cost is given. But as per the problem, percentage is given as on sale. So probably on sale is given means we need to apply this formula only. So have an understanding. So cost of sales into 25% divided by 100 minus 25. That's what I work it out here. Okay. So sorry, not 25, 20. 2203 is my total cost. 2203 is my total cost into 20 percentage divided by 100 minus 20. In the 100 minus 20, when it will come? When the profit percentage is given on sale. Okay. So either you can work out by applying the formula, or else I will teach you another way. 20 percentage on sale, we can say 1 by 5 also. That is 20 by 100. If you are simplifying, what proportion you will get? 1 by 5. If 1 by 5 on sale means, what is on cost? 1 by 4 on cost. That you know very well why the conversion we need it means, because I know about the cost. After calculating the that is considering the prime cost, work cost, and total cost, I know the information, the ready-made information available with us is only the total cost. So how to calculate the profit by making use of this cost information means, I need to convert the 20 percentage on sale to be converted on cost. 20%, how we can say in a proportion wise? 1 by 5. That is 20 by 100. If you simplify means, you will get 1 by 5. 1 by 5 on sale means 1 by 4 on cost. So what is the total cost? 2203 into 1 by 4. Okay. What is the need of converting the sale into cost means? Only the cost is available. That's what I converted here. Okay. So 2203 into 1 by 4, 551. So 2203 is my total cost. 551 is my profit. Then what is the quotation price for the machine? 275. I should add my profit along with the total cost, then I will get what is the quotation price for the machine. So this is the way how you can prepare a tender or quotation under cost sheet model. And thank you for watching this video. Subscribe my channel and click the bell button. See you soon in the next video. Stay home, stay safe.